the atypical antipsychotics, were pitched to America and increasingly around the world as so much better than the first generation antipsychotics, more effective, and also many fewer side effects, okay? So few of side effects, this is what is going to enable the prescribing of these drugs beyond just for psychotic patients, okay? So that's the image we get. And if you look at the news media when Risperdal first came out and Zyprexa first came out, it's of drugs that are going to make people with schizophrenia go back to work. That's how great this drug is. And they basically don't have side effects. They don't even cause Parkinsonian symptoms. That's what they said about Risperdal. Go to the science. What do you see in the science? You see that the study was completely biased by design. What they did is they had various doses of Risperdal against a very high dose of Haldol, and then of course the low dose of Risperdal causes Parkinsonian symptoms much less than the high dose of Haldol. But if you look at, you know what the FDA said about this, the Risperdal trials? These trials are biased by design. And they said to the maker of the drug, Janssen, you cannot claim that your drug is any better than the older drugs. That's what the FDA said, because there's no evidence for that. Zyprexa, the trials were so bad that the FDA said about its big phase 3 trials, this trial is worthless. It shows us nothing about the drug. That's the FDA's review. And the FDA even said, we're going to see all sorts of side effects with these drugs that we even didn't see with the old ones. We'll just have to wait and see. But what was it pitched to us? Oh, Risperdal doesn't cause Parkinsonian symptoms. Risperdal is going to help people go back to work. Well, that was just like a marketing copy. It wasn't science. And all you had to do was read the FDA reviews to see that there was an incredible gap between what was appearing A, in the scientific literature, and B, to the public. And by the way, this is one of the trials that I cut my teeth on, because I initially had reported that, oh, atypical antipsychotics, a great advance. And then I used a Freedom of Information request to get the FDA review, and you see that the trials are biased by design. There's no real placebo group in them. There's actually all sorts of adverse effects. And you know what happened the minute we got an honest assessment of Risperdal in terms of its capacity to cause Parkinsonian symptoms? Just as bad as Haldol. So it had the same effect as Haldol in terms of causing these movement disorders. But were we told that? No. And by the way, go back to the scientific reports of Risperdal. They say it's better on these 5 domains than Haldol. So the very claim that the FDA said to the maker of the drug, you cannot make in your advertisements, their academic psychiatrists made in the scientific literature, because those academic psychiatrists do not come under the authority of the FDA.